Jake's a really funny comic, and I like looking at his videos and stuff online, and he's been making these videos of doing man on the street down the protest, which, first of all, genius idea, and you have huge balls, dude, because I live about an hour, I'd say like a mile from the protest.
Yeah.
I ain't fucking gone. No.
Dude, you gotta know, just the apartment background does not. You don't look like a guy who's going to protest, man. That's a nice kitchen.
Yeah,
you got shit going on there.
Oh,
it's
dude,
beautiful.
I'm about to marry it. This is my fiance doctor's apartment. Okay, I'm about to marry it.
Don't.
Yeah,
don't fuck up your face by a tear gas can. No.
Dude,
You got it made.
Yeah, you know how high the standards are to be an out-of-work comedian trophy husband, looks-wise?
Yeah.
And I'm already not meeting them, so...
Yeah, well, massage those shoulders and give her the best dick you can, man.
I'm trying, dude. I'm trying to throw that pay-your-rent dick.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I every night I see the protests, or I see the helicopters, and I'm like, fuck that. And then I was looking at your videos on Facebook, so that's fucking wild.
It is wild out there. It's like, I don't know. I think that, like, it's become this thing where, like, you get this story. It's like protesters versus feds. But when you actually go down there and talk to people, it's like there's a lot of weird – I mean, there's just weird people. There's crazies. There's people who don't agree with everything, So you get – it's much more diverse in, like, what people actually think than just good versus bad.
Yeah, you with that bad rolled sleeves, motherfucker!
And also, let's be clear to anyone who hasn't been to Portland – downtown Portland's a fucking zoo when there's not protests.
Yeah,
I mean, it's already crazy.
Right.
Homeless zombies everywhere. I mean, it's already sketchy.
Right. And, like, with the pandemic before the protests, there was already more and more homeless people out there. So, dude, I was down there the other night, and I saw some people who clearly have just made it their zone to, like, collect cans. Like, they're just like, dude, they're going to be hundreds of beer cans here because people are getting faded down there. I mean,
that's what I was going to ask you. I'm seeing some videos. I'm like, some of these motherfuckers are having fun.
Oh, yeah, dude. Well, dude, think about it. There's nothing going on. Like, there's not shit to do. It's summer, so people want to be out. This is
Burning Man got canceled.
The burn is done. So all these Portlanders who wanted to go to the fucking trip balls in the desert are just like, well, I guess I'll be for the cause this month. And there's a lot of, like, young people out there who you can tell are just like, bro, like, yeah, maybe they, like, care, and I'm not here to question where their politics are at. But it's like they also they haven't had a summer. Like, they're just out getting faded with their, like, they just graduated high school.
Right.
Like, they just want to have fun.
It's the only time that you can go outside and not be judged for being around people. You know? Like, I went to the river this weekend, and there was a shitload of people there, and I was like, I don't want to post any pictures on Instagram of this because, like, I feel kind of guilty about it. Like, this is not safe.
Yeah.
But if you're at a protest, people are like, good for you.
Oh, people are like, look at where I am, dude. Everybody's live streaming and shit. So, yeah, it's just beyond the politics, it is a fucking hang. Like, people are there.
Yeah.
Like, there's
people
some
trying
people
to get laid. I mean, people are.
Dude, there's some protest baddies. I mean, there's some people who are wearing clothes. You're like, this is not useful to run from cops. You're like, what are you wearing that
for?
Like,
are high heels the best way
to
avoid
like,
tear gas?
You really just doing this thing?
And you're wearing it wrong!
That's the thing is, like, it's so hard to, like, really grasp it because, when I'm down there, I'm only able to talk to maybe in a good night because it's fucking chaos.
Yeah.
Maybe, let's say, 10 to 15 people because a lot of people don't want to be interviewed. You're not going to ask everybody. Like, you're not going to just go around. You kind of pick, maybe this person might have something interesting to say. But you're also avoiding getting gas. Like, I've been tear gassed a fuck ton.
What does that feel like?
Oh, it's like you just go, like, blind, basically. Like, as soon as you blink, it gets in your eyes. You just, like, can't. You're like a newborn puppy. Like, you can't fucking see anything. And you kind of want to vomit. Like, it makes you sick. But it clears out
I've gotten
like 10
that
minutes.
written on comment cards during my stand-up
Yeah.
shows.
Yeah.
I've gotten that exact comment.
Yeah. It was like, it made you kind of blind and you wanted to vomit.
I felt like a puppy, but I wanted to throw up.
It's one of the greatest reviews at Harvey's you can get, dog. I don't know. I mean.
Dude, that's wild. So, like, and when you got tear gas, were you in the, like, right in the fray? Or is that shit just kind of, is it happening pretty generously?
It definitely, like, kind of will spread. But we're up in the front. We're trying to, like, we want to make the videos interesting. We're trying to do our best to show, like, hey, this is what it's like. So we have to get shots of the front. But those guys they throw that shit, man. They are not careful with it. They finally, like, I don't know if you've seen the footage of like protesters having leaf blowers to kind of push it back. Well,
that's
now the
crazy.
feds,
People haven't seen that. Just so people set the stage. The feds are shooting tear gas. Then there's a bunch of protesters with leaf blowers blowing it back, and then the feds on the other side also have leaf blowers.
They have a leaf blower now, and they're.
It's like became like it's this close from being like a bunch of kids with super soakers. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
dude,
Like
it's just
fucking
like dads
cartoon.
competing for fucking lawn space. So that shit wafts around, and you know, you feel like a little burn, and within a second you're like covered in it, and you're just like you don't really always have time to be like, oh, it's there and now it's here. It's just out, and you're.
How often when you're down there do you hear somebody say, man, I was really hoping America would feel the burn, but not like this, and then just start high-fiving protesters just nonstop? How many times have you seen that?
Biden. I have not seen it. I've not
you can
seen
use
it
that,
yet.
by the way. You can use that for your next video.
There we go.
It's a solid bit.
It's weird, man. It's definitely like I mean, if you don't want to go down there, like I said, I just encourage people to like just be aware that sometimes the narrative you're being told is not. It's like, obviously everybody knows the media is kind of bullshit, but it was just like protesters versus feds. And it's like, dude, that's it. But there's also like the human side of the story. I will say we were down there filming. This is probably going to be the last video we do for a minute because I'm kind of tired of getting gas. And I feel like at some level.
Why don't you get your mom out there to take that gas to the face?
My mom's in Minneapolis, and I'm not putting mama out in front of these
She's not taking gas to the face for you?
No, not doing that. No. She's but would your Jewish mom do that? Would your Jewish mom get lit up?
Dude, my mom is a hardcore fucking hippie. And so she's like, it was so funny. I was
she
talking
would
to
be
her
with it. Okay.
Oh, I was talking to my mom the other day, and she's 74, and my dad's 76, so thank God they're not getting out there. But she was like, yeah, we were driving through San Francisco, and we saw all these protesters, and I felt so guilty because I'm not out there. I'm like, Mom, I'm in my 30s. I'm right next to these protests. And me and my fiance are happy to watch fucking Peaky Blinders on Netflix and say, God damn, those helicopters are fucking loud. We ain't doing shit.
Oh, shit. That's hella funny. Yeah. I mean, it's
so she might.
She'll be out there. Get her out there, you know? But we were filming the other night, and there was kind of just to add to this, like, again, like things are a little more complicated than people want to, like, admit, is that we were walking away from kind of like the tear gas area, and I saw this kid with like a hammer. You know, when I say kid, it's like he could have been 18, he could have been in his early 20s. I don't fucking know. When you get so young, I'm like, dude, I don't fucking know how old you are anymore. But, you know, in the young adult age, and he's like having this hammer, and he's like beating like a light box, like under a traffic light. And I was like,
sometimes you got to teach that light box about social justice.
It was a racist light box.
Dude, because here's what I heard. I heard that light box, when black people walk by, it dims.
Right.
So they don't even know where they bump into shit. Like
it's like, it's a bullshit light box. So he was attacking it.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, well, that kid's got a hammer, so just be aware of the kid with a hammer. And then I kind of like looked over, and there was like eight, I think they were his friends, kind of like beating on this like protester who from my angle looked like a pretty small woman. Like she had a big ass sign. The sign was bigger than her, and it said "Fuck the feds." So they were clearly on the same side.
Like you couldn't even see her because she was beneath her giant sign.
Yeah, she was just. But they were fucking wailing on her, and I don't know what started the beef, but I can't. I mean, this lady was like wafy. Like she was not a strong.
And there were numerous men beating a female protester.
They were like this kid's age, like 18, 19, 20, and they kind of were. The fight was like moving down the street, so we kind of turned, and the kid with the hammer started following. I was like, I got to make sure this kid with the hammer doesn't like. I don't know.
I was going to ask you, like, at one point, did you stop shooting the video and think of helping this small woman getting beaten, or were you like, we kind of were like YouTube views?
No, we were like, fuck, film it, bit, you know. But
keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
Roll it. Well, that's the fucking story. Is that, I mean, you know. It was just hard to judge what was going on because we were kind of like, they were in the street, we were behind parked cars, so you kind of just like, what the fuck is going on? So we kind of followed them, and they were in front of us. So we get to it, and it's kind of being somewhat broken up by the time we're like in range, but my camera guy is filming, and these two, like, I don't know, what do you want to call them? Antifa, anarchists, whatever, like all black masks. Well, I don't know what they identified as.
So they're liberal protesters, but they're in blackface?
Blackface, man.
They're wearing cloth blackface. That's just a way to get around blackface. That's all that is.
It was really problematic.
Dude, it's problematic as fuck, dude.
It was very
I don't care if it's fabric. That's still blackface.
You know, it was cultural identity appropriation, you know. But they got in our face and were like, we don't film protesters. We don't fucking film protesters. And, like, slapped his camera and broke the light off of it. And they were just
this is your guy's shit?
This is my guy's shit. My cameraman was just
Damn.
like, he's like, and we were just like, we didn't ask you. You're not our boss. You're like,
right.
You guys are out here marching for, like, freedom. And then
and this is one of the guys who was beating the shit out of the girl?
No, these were two anarchists who also were like, I don't think it's important to help. This is what their thing was. The group of like young adults was like mixed. It was like a couple of black kids, a couple of white kids, and what they kind of said to us is like, we don't film this because like we're not trying to incriminate or we're not trying to show this. We don't want to show this basically.
Yeah.
And we have it on camera. And then they fucking start calling us cops, which down there is like, if you get called a cop, immediately people are going to be like, wait, are we going to fucking jump you? Because I've had other friends who have been surrounded just because they're like, what are you, and it turns quick.
And what did you say? Jews don't join the police force.
I just like,
no. You put it on your shoulder.
Yeah,
you put your star on your shoulder.
This is a hate crime. Leave me alone. Yeah, it got real. It just got like war of words kind of shit, and we ended up bouncing. But it's just like that bullshit to me. It's like, so you are mad about cops and all infringing on people's rights, but as soon as it goes against anything you believe, it's okay to like basically get these dudes like mobbed up. Like you're trying to get us a group of people to kick the shit out of us. Like fuck you.
Yeah, no, I love that. I love that seeing a woman get assaulted. They're like, let's see, there's one problem of her getting assaulted. There's one problem of this guy filming.
Yeah.
That's the one we got to handle.
We got to stop it. Look,
guys,
we got to fucking
away.
stop it.
We got to really handle this fucking YouTuber.
It's fucking bullshit, you know.
Well,
so.
if tell people where they can watch these videos because they're fucking great.
It's you can watch it. I'm putting it on all platforms now, but if you want, YouTube, just my name, Jake Silberman, they'll be up there. We'll drop one, probably tomorrow. But yeah, check them out. Hopefully, people enjoy them and kind of get a bigger idea of what's going on.
And did that woman die from a hammer strike? Did we ever find out what happened?
The hammer never got brought up, and they were kind of breaking it up. No, if it got like really bad, we were jumping in. It was more of just like a lot of pushing, but it was just odd because anytime you see a group of people attacking anybody, you're like, yo, this does not look good.
Anytime you see a guy carrying a hammer and he's not doing construction, it's a scary thought.
It's like, why?
If you see a guy with a hammer, you gotta be like, yo,
where do you work?
Where's the house?
Like,
where's the lumber that you're
build
about
something
to hit?
for me right now? Yeah.
All right, buddy. Well, thanks for coming out, guys. Check out Jake Silberman, and yeah, dude, it's been fun chatting with you. Next time you get tear gas, like, please video it and send it to me so I can just show my fiance and be like, this is why we're not out there.
This is why,
this is
and
why
this
we
is why
feel guilty.
You don't want this pretty face. You don't want to be married to that. It's my snot and tears coming down. Yeah, you don't want that.